What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome into the Cover Price Weekly Top 10 for the week ending April 8th, 2025. As you can see, I got my bodybuilding crew here tonight. We got Ray Jr. joining us, Marty, as always. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. Good list, a lot of variety. Let's see. While you all are congregating, let's do my favorite.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. Nothing can stop that now.
All right, it's official. Welcome in, everyone, to the weekly top 10. I'm excited. I've never had Ray here with us before, and Marty got him to come out and hang with us tonight. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one. Ray, tell us what's up.
What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a long time since I've been on any show. The last time was, saying goodbye to Tim or whatnot, but just been busy with school and all that good stuff. And on my next prep, I got another show coming up May 24th. So that'll be my second bodybuilding show. So I'm looking forward to that. But, as all good things, I'm here to talk about some comics. I still collect. So probably not as heavy as everybody else, but I see everybody on Instagram with all their great posts and all that stuff, and I try to keep up. I try to go get some stuff here and there. Mainly what I'm into right now is, of course, the Herculoids and Space Ghosts. Still my man Thor with Immortal Thor and Power Girl. So that's it.
You're gonna fit right in. This is perfect. This is good stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, good to have you though, Jay. Or Ray. Say I called you Jay. Marty, this is your fault.
Yes.
I'm like, I have a pregame cocktail and I did. And now I'm
Yes, it's all my fault. Blame me, Laura. Well, it's I totally take responsibility for that. So welcome, geeks and geekettes and YouTubeites. Welcome to Comic Talk. We're gonna have a great show for you tonight. No. Welcome to our Tuesday Over show. This is an interesting list, right? Because I think I have a few that's already on the list. So I'm definitely not in the Ofer zone today. So I think I'm going to make that list with a few books. But thank you for joining us. This is going to be an interesting list. See what people are out there buying. You got the market dictates this list. This is what people are out there buying right now. This is what people are out there selling right now. So we'll see how it goes. Lady Laura.
All right. Before we get started, though, quick little announcement. If you guys are not familiar with CovrPrice, you need to go over there and check out what they're doing for the cons. Essentially, they give you, it's like a one-stop shop. You can go there and find out every single exclusive. And as of right now, from what I understand, there's almost 400 C2E2 exclusives. They have them all listed for you. They tell you what booth to go to. They take all the hard work out of it. On top of that, though, this Saturday, they're going to be doing a giveaway show. So if you tune in for that on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have a chance to win some of the awesome C2E2 exclusives. So
that would be awesome. I see a few on there right now, especially the one in the center, that Wonder Woman. Oh, that's a gorgeous cover. And look at that, the one all the way down where it's got the half Batman and half Catwoman. That looks like a Natalie Sanders variant.
I think it's Carla Cohen, actually.
Is it Carla?
I'm pretty sure it's Carla and Lucio teamed up on that one.
Wow, that's gorgeous. Whoever, I mean, and I think Ray, did you point out Nicolas Cage right there on that cover right there, man?
Yeah, it looked like him from unless my bad eyesight, but it looked like Nick Cage, with the haircut and everything. But I'm digging that Cobra Commander cover right there, though.
Cobra Commander, man. Yeah. Nice.
And this is just a sample, you guys. There's 350 plus that are going to be available. So definitely tune in on Saturday if you want a chance to get one of those. And yeah, like Marty was saying, this week, our list comes from our friends over at CovrPrice. So we're looking at all of the units sold on the aftermarket and percentage growth. It's completely data driven, AKA you guys make the list. Every week we have a runners up. Marty, what do we have this week?
Yeah, here we go with The Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is the Free Comic Book Day 2007 regular cover, published by Marvel in May of 2007. When set photos of Spider-Man No Way Home leaked, it revealed a familiar organization to many fans, Feast. This sparked rumors that the main villain for the film would be Mr. Negative. As we all saw, that rumor was not true. However, the rumor has resurfaced for Spider-Man Brand New Day. A known leaker has claimed that Marvel and Sony has released a casting call for Asian actor aged 30 to 50, which many speculate to be casting for Mr. Negative. Man, I just barely missed that right there, man. Just another, I'm out of that for 3 years, or I would have just definitely applied for this. Choosing not to miss out, a ton of fans went to the aftermarket to pick up the first cameo appearance of Mr. Negative, anticipating any news that may come out of C2E2 this weekend. We tracked 24 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10%, with a high sale of $199 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $16. Wow. This is going all the way back to 2007. You know what I'm saying? This is something. This is nice. We have the beautiful, beautiful artwork, that you feature right there. All New Adventures by Dan Slott and Phil Jimenez. I mean, and having this at Free Comic Book Day to show up for $199, this doesn't surprise me because I see a lot of these Free Comic Book Days go for pretty good premium, especially a lot of the older ones that we're seeing nowadays.
That's true. What do you think, Ray?
Oh man, $199 for a free comic book? Oh, oh wow! It's gonna make me go through my CLZ app and
I know, right? I want to bring that bad boy up too, man. I'm like,
I knew Marty would probably get a kick out of announcing this because of the fact that he's a big Spider-Man collector. So I'm pretty sure the hairs on the back of his neck is just like standing up. I got to find this book to get.
To be honest, I probably have it, man, because during around this time, and I was seeking out Free Comic Book Day books all over the place. You can find these in the old in bins, like these long bins and stuff. I mean, the LCSs are just pretty much selling them for $1. I mean, so you can still find these in bins back in the long boxes, back in your LCSs or other
probably
places.
Not a 9.8 though. I mean, these all white covers get so dirty and gross.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you can clean them up though if you sent it in. If you really want this book as a 9.8 and find a good copy, and then send it in to get it pressed and clean, or find somebody that can really clean it, because I know there's some pretty good pressers out there that would enjoy working on that.
For sure. All right, good way to kick off the list. We have a lot of people in the chat that are already on the board, so that's nice. Just with the runners up, we have The Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day #1 from 2007, a 9.8, $199, and a 7-day trend of 10%. All right, Ray, here we go. What do we have next?
We got Mark Spears Monsters #1. Let's see. It's about time the Spears team set their eyes on the Evil Dead, and dang, they did do it justice. These layered homages are never ending, and neither is the line of collectors aiming to get one. I best believe they're probably lining up to get it. What's that called? Fear of missing out day. I'm pretty sure they don't. So Mark Spears does it again for the 1 in 25th print ratio. So this is a 5th print. We tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 100% with a high sale of $70 for a near mint raw. Okay, not bad. And a current raw near mint fair market value of $70. So, hey, it ain't made yet, but it's coming. So, all you monster lovers out there, which I know Marky Mark, I know he loves some horror stuff. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna pick this one up. So go out there and get your horror there, folks.
Mark Spears, man, he's been knocking them out of the park, man. And my saying when it comes to Mark Spear covers, man, is gotta have it, man, because he does amazing. You've got such a variety. If you're a completist, you're gonna go crazy trying to collect all his covers, But so I'd say just don't try to get everyone every single. You're gonna break the bank doing that. Just get the ones you really enjoy, you really like, man, and just enjoy that because you can't go wrong with Mark Spears.
Kind of hard to do on anything, as in with all these variants, because I went a little crazy on Space Ghost when the first 5 issues came out. I was almost every freaking variant because the cover was so awesome. Yeah. But now I done slow down a little bit with the Herculoids and all that stuff. So, but we'll see. So,
yeah, Ray, we know you have a problem, brother. That's why you're called a fanatic.
I follow him too, and I see all of them too.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god.
yes. That is Ray.
I blame you, Marty.
You blame me.
Yeah.
We're all blaming Marty tonight.
I blame you when we went to the con in 2016. You got to get these variants, man. You got to get them.
Yeah. Me and Ray used to we would talk a lot. I mean, it was even outside of what you guys used to see on the show. If you ever followed us back in the day, right? We would talk a lot about what would we got, speculating on things, what kind of things that we could look for that might be hitting next, and and not to mention trying to complete our long like me for me was Spider-Man, for Ray was Thor.
Oh, that's really sweet. Love the nerd edition of Marty reminiscing about his Ray days. Love it. Okay, so the chat already knows this. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in the credits there, Mark Spears shouted out some people from the community, and I was lucky enough to be included, so my name's on the bottom of this one. So I'm gonna have to find yeah, it's pretty cool. He put a bunch of people that just have shows and have been a part of the community for a while. So that was really nice.
Awesome.
Very cool gesture.
That's awesome. Good. That's good. That's really good that someone as popular as him takes a moment to shout out to the people that appreciate him, right?
Yeah, it was just really, really nice. It's going to be a cool little keepsake. I'll get that one slabbed and hang it up on my wall. So thank you, Mark, if you are watching, for doing that. We appreciate it. But at number 10, we have Mark Spears' Monsters #1, the 5th printing, Evil Dead Homage 1 in 20, a raw near mint coming in at over triple ratio, $70, and a 7-day trend of 100%. Somebody in the chat did say it's still on FOC, so hit up a store if you have one that can get that for you, maybe cheaper. Okay, next up, what do we have, Marty?
Oh, this cover's back, and people are still buying it, and rightfully so. This is New Avengers number 33. This is the Gabriel Del Otto regular cover, published by Marvel in April of 2015. This book marks the first appearance of the final incursion event, and without going into too much detail, it essentially ended the universe to a degree. It also was an event leading up to more modern Secret Wars event. One numerous fans are speculating is the plot they will adapt for the Avengers film coming down the line. And it's a killer Doctor Doom cover. So much going on in one book, and it's starting to garner some attention in the aftermarket. We tracked 12 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 5%, with a high sale of $34 for a near mint copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $24. Beautiful cover. I think we've talked about this in depth in many other shows we saw before. Yeah. This one and the Andy Gradnoff cover too of Doom's absolutely beautiful. But here we go. People are getting it again.
Yeah, it's awesome. What do you think of this, Ray?
Oh man, that not a Dr. Doom type guy, but that cover right there is awesome. I know I don't have that one. If I do, it's probably somewhere, and it's not on my CLZ app because now you miss some books that you put on your app. So now you got me wanting to go dig through my books. later
Yeah.
to see if I got that one, which I doubt.
Ray, I gotta warn you, man. This is what the show does to you, man. It kind of gets you that itch again, man.
Well, I guess
So if you're
go back to donating plasma to pay for all this stuff.
Hey,
you better win some competitions, man. That way you can make some money for your books.
The art on this is absolutely incredible. I'm not surprised to see this popping back up yet again. I think it's going to be one of those evergreen pieces that people pick and slab on the wall for their own little art collections. Because I don't know, it's the movement, it's the coloring. Delato always hits hard for me. So yeah, very, very cool. Number 9,
awesome.
New Avengers number 33, Gabriel Del Otto, raw near mint, coming in, I think, at a reasonable $34. 7-day trend of 5%. All right, Ray, what do we have for number 8?
We have Invincible Returns coming out in 2010. Now, if you have not been checking out the animated cartoon on this one, you are dead wrong. Oh man, J.K. Simmons is on there. Man, just voice talent alone on there. But what we got here is, like I said, number 1, the David Finch regular cover. Grand Regent Thrag is a bad man and a major player in the Invincible universe, which he is, that has flown under the radar for years. He first appears in this book, one that has seen a steady rise in aftermarket value as Invincible has grown in popularity. Remember, I said it. If you ain't watching it, you're wrong. It doesn't hurt. Finch brought his A game for this cover as well. We tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 40%, with a high sale of $264 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $60. People, I know, I guess I don't know if I was in a different time zone or whatever when I missed out on Invincible number 1 when it first came out, but I've even missed this one right here. But I'm just saying, I made up for it watching the cartoon. I do have some of the books, but go out and get you some Invincible books, because right now they are the hottest thing since sliced bread going on right now.
Yeah, very true. It's been on the list every week now for like what, Marty, 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
Yeah. It's been on every time we read. It seems like it's always on here. And I have to agree with you, Ray. I've told Laura this many times, and the rest of the other panel members, that I was late on getting on the bandwagon for the Invincibles. I wish I would have seen this just like you a while back when we were collecting earlier on, man. But this, along with The Walking Dead, just totally escaped me, man. But knowing what Kirkman could do and everything, you're right. Invincibles. If you can get some of these books, man, at a very easy price, let's just say, then I recommend snatching it up, because I see these things going up for now, because it's a lot of hype with the TV show, and you're right, the TV show is amazing. Laura, you can attest to that.
I just recently finished it, Ray. Recently, like a couple weeks ago, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wasn't sure about it at first, but then I gave it another shot and I ended up loving it. So shout out to Lando for making me do that. Number 8, Invincible Returns. Number 1, the David Finch regular cover, 9.8, $264, 7-day trend of 40%. Marty, what do we have for 7?
Yeah, number 7 is Daredevil number 1. This is the Julian Totino Tedesco regular cover, published by Marvel in February 2019. Spoiler warning. White Tiger was killed in Daredevil Born Again and used the Punisher moniker to do it. The main culprit is Officer Cole North, who first appeared in his book. He's got a thing for Old Red and the Punisher, and not in a good way. It's a minor key for fans of the series to secure, as numerous keys associated with the series are growing out of reach. We track 17 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 54%, with a high sale of $65 for CGC 9.8 raw copy, and a current raw near mint fair market value of $18. So, okay, yeah, I could see people getting this. Is a like a sort of a minor key, but I'm looking forward to watching the one episode that dropped today, right? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, absolutely loving the new Daredevil season. If you're not watching that, man, just like Ray said, you're just wrong. So get on it.
The minor key is because it's the first appearance of Detective Cole North, and I have this book, so I didn't miss that one.
you got on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got on that one because I was collecting Daredevil for a minute anyway, so fortunately I got that. I just
this ain't the Daredevil #1 that I stood in line to get Stan Lee's signature done for you back in the day, though. This is the new Dare 2019.
Correct the mundo.
I mean, aside from the minor key, though, this is Tedesco. I love Tedesco art. His stuff is just so beautiful. It looks like an oil painting that was sitting in a museum somewhere for years, and now they just slapped it on the comic book. It's really timeless, gorgeous, vibrant art. So, yeah, well done on picking this one up, Ray. I actually kind of want this. I might have it now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'll have to go dig around. All right, number 7, Daredevil #1, Tedesco regular, 9.8, $65, 7-day trend of 54%. And let's see here. There are 81 of you hanging out with us right now. Thank you for spending your Tuesday with us, the Cover Price crew this week. We got the old school lords here, which is really nice. And yeah, we're about halfway there. What do we have for number 6?
Number 6, and I'm pretty sure Mark will appreciate this. This is Green Lantern #21, a Mark Spears variant, 1/25 ratio. Mark Spears apparently can't miss. Green Lantern gets the Spears treatment this week, featuring Hal Jordan conjuring a straight up elephant from Lord of the Rings. It's wild and exactly what fans are tuning in for. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 3%. With a high sale of $57 for a near mint raw copy and a current raw near mint market value of $50. So this cover is awesome. It's a variant. So I might have to go out and get this one just to say I have it. So Marky,
just to say you have it.
Yeah. So Marky, don't get mad at me.
We had a couple of them and they sold so fast, like barely even got them on the shelves and they were gone.
Yeah, so Mark Spears, his artwork is just phenomenal. There's not too many artists that can wow me, but he's one of them, along with Walt Simonson, of course, because his fantastic art he did on Thor when I really was getting in heavy into Thor and all that good stuff. So, hey, kudos, Mr. Spears.
Yeah.
Now, I love, of course, I love Mark Spears. He's got that beautiful green that he uses and the amazing side boob. Can't go wrong with that.
They had Marty's easy to please, right? It's like you throw in a side boob and he's good to go.
I'm a simple man. It doesn't take much to make me happy. I don't ask for much. I'm very easygoing, So here, of course. Side boob? I don't need the full thing. Just give me a little side.
Yeah, it's perfect. You got the shoulder. It's sexy. It's subtle sexy. Oh my God. Number 6, Green Lantern #21, the Mark Spears 1/25 variant with a raw near mint coming a little over double ratio and a 7-day trend of 3%. Yes, Marty would notice the side boob. That's Lordy. All right, halfway there. What do we have for number 5?
Okay, I have to go into my collection because I recognize this cover and I think I have it. But number 5 brings you Batman The Dark Knight #3, published by DC, November of 2011. Recently, it was reported that Bray Noel would be joining Peacemaker Season 2 as White Rabbit. This book is arguably her most famous appearance, at least on the cover. It's David Finch at his best and a cheap book for fans to secure before she appears in the coming season. We tracked 7 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 8% with a high sale of $30 for a near mint raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $6. And David Finch, this is in his time when he was just busting gorgeous covers out, man. Like I said, I have to go into my collection to see this because there was back in 2015 there was some speculation of White Rabbit, not a big sort of speculation, but kind of like under the radar, sort of, if you knew who to talk to, of perhaps a White Rabbit, making the scene or just, whatever, it being a minor key. So I went ahead and picked up a few of the White Rabbit books and little keys that I know that she might be in. So this is kind of interesting to see on here.
2 Finches on the list so far. Is that coincidence, Marty?
It doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me. Finch is an amazing artist. His covers sell. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
So
I don't believe in coincidences, Laura. Just so you know. One, I understand. Two.
Is this volume 1 of the Dark Knight series?
No, I think it's volume 2. It's the new 52, man.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I like it. This is cool. I think people are going to start looking more for Finch covers because that Invincible is kind of bringing people back into the Finch collecting. And I want the Wonder Woman book that nobody seems to ever have.
Which one is that?
She's like standing sideways. No, it's insanely rare. I don't remember the issue number, but it's like a side profile of her holding like the lasso, and it's Finch, and it's not like one that you would think, oh, this is worth a ton of money, but it's worth a ton of money. Somebody in the chat will know what I'm talking about. It's a very, very rare Finch cover. Yeah. All right. Anything to add, Ray?
Oh no, it's just Batman. I guess he's got a good place to lay his head at to go to sleep. I guess I don't know.
you gotta love it.
Yes.
He's just faking it. He's not even knocked out right now.
Yeah.
He's just enjoying it. Yeah. Right. Number 5, Batman the Dark Knight. Number 3, top sale for a raw near mint, $30. A 7-day trend of 8%. Okay, well, you're just cruising right along. What do we have next, Ray, for number 4?
We have Noble Causes for number 4. And I'll just wait till you pop that up on the screen.
It's up there, brother.
It's not showing on my end. Okay, Noble Causes, Family Secrets number 3. That's a Jim Valentino cover B, that is. And it's a homage to the X-Men 141. That's by Image. It came out December 2002. There is a subset of Invincible fan base which claims this is the first appearance. So I don't know. I had to check CLZ. He appears in an advertisement for the book coming out down the line. Invincible's first issue has come out on top in that debate, but it's still been an underrated key in the Invincible realm. It's also an excellent X-Men 141 homage to Boot, which makes it an easy book for some collectors to add to their private collection. And a pricey one at that. So, pricey one, okay. We tracked 13 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 38% with a high sell of $500. $500 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and current raw near mint fair market value of $125. So you might have to get that raw copy, make sure ain't nobody cutting no edges on it. So you can come back restored or nothing, but there you have it. Noble Causes, Family Secrets number 3.
That's interesting. What do you think, Marty?
I don't know. It's an homage, of course, like anything, but I don't know. Not for my pull list, to be honest with you.
Okay. And guys, I was doing some research in the background while they were talking. It's Wonder Woman 38 is the David Finch cover that I would love to own. Not the foil reprint, but the original number 38.
What volume?
Oh, I got 2 copies of those, Laura. Yeah.
There's no way.
What volume?
Hold on,
let me look. Like, there's no way you have 2.
There's volumes.
I know, but I can't tell what volume this is. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. All I see is this foil reprint. Like, you can't even find the original. Let me see. Stand by, guys, while I type for a second.
Okay. As she searches, because obviously that's on her mind right now, right?
Yeah, it is on my mind. It's 2011. So what volume would that be?
2011. That would be volume. Nope, it's not volume 3.
For what? For what?
Wonder Woman 38.
4, volume 4.
I'll look right now for you on my CLZ app.
Hey, is she getting stabbed? Nope, that's not it.
No, she's just like standing there holding her lasso. It's kind of like more like she's standing with her back to
what
the
number
camera.
is it? What number is it again?
Oh, 38.
Yeah.
I thought you said 33.
38.
I think it's volume 2 you're talking about.
Is it older? It's not volume 4. It's not volume 3. I don't think.
Yeah, it's volume 2. I think it's volume 2. Is that the one that came out with? You see, the Adam Hughes one is number 159, a very famous one. They made a statue on that one. So you see a lot of Adam Hughes covers for volume 2.
Thomas just said, Thomas Caps is like, you guys, it's 2. So there we go. Settled.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Andon.
I have issue 37. I don't have 38. So
38 is like, I'm telling you, it's so hard to find. I've never seen one in person. It's a ghost. Number 4, Noble Causes, Family Secrets. Number 3, the Jim Valentino cover B, X-Men 141 homage with a 9.8 coming in at $500. And 7-day trend of 38%. And what do we have for number 3?
Oh,
it's back.
It's back. And I actually have this one too. This is DC All-In Special number 1. This is the Danielle Sampere regular wraparound cover, published by DC in October of 2024. DC is all with their Absolute series, and it's paying dividends. Fans are flocking to each new Absolute title and backtracking to snag the copies they've missed. We've seen a steady run at this book, especially as it's where it all got started. It features the first appearance of the Big Three, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Each of their runs took the fan base by storm, and now they're fully on board and along for the ride. We tracked 22 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 42%, with a high sale of $170 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $16. So it looks like
on the board now.
People are going back and buying this, which, you know, I'm glad to see this because I'm really enjoying the Absolute universe. I still have the Big Three on my my pull list, so I get that. I really enjoy reading them. I've been sticking to it. I actually own this one as well as the other variant to this too. So happy to have this in my collection, man. I'm glad this is on the list too.
Yeah, but I'm with Jeffrey. I'm surprised it's not worth more. Where did Ray go?
Did we lose Ray? It's up.
There he is. I was like, Ray was gone. Now he's back. We got him. Ray, you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
All right. We got you back. Yeah, like considering what an important piece this will be to the Absolute universe, and they've already said it's going to keep going and get bigger and bigger and bigger, you would think this book would just be worth more.
I give it time right now. You know, there was that big hype with the Absolute universe. Then it died down, right? Which is something we see if you watch Trend. Okay, and definitely if you watch this channel and you watch these shows of what comes up every week and watch the pattern, there's that big hype, that big trend that we see anytime something good and everything that everybody is enjoying, and there's a lot of variance to it. So like, for example, the Absolute. So we saw that big spike. Now it's died down for a little. We don't hear much of it. All of a sudden, boom, people are back again buying something that is, you know, back to what we see with Batman, Superman, the Trinity, as we call them. So kind of keep an eye on that. See those trends. Watch these trends. Pay attention. That's what's going to dictate whether you buy or you sell. Okay.
Well said, Ray.
Well, I don't sell, so I can't.
Of course you don't, man.
Mine is just going to be here till I go to sleep permanently, and then my grandson and granddaughter get
Ray is not a seller. He has never been a seller. He sticks to his collection faithfully, let's just say.
That's wildly refreshing. You don't hear that very often anymore.
No. That is true. That's something that
because I don't have time to be doing all them invoices and all that stuff. I'm like, if anything, if I got like multiple copies of a book, I'm gonna give it away.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go see if you have multiple copies of Wonder Woman.
That's what me and Ray used to do.
It was volume 2. I don't. When I pulled it up on CLZ, I didn't see the description of what you said for that cover.
I'll DM you after we get off. I'll send you a little list and see if you have it. I doubt you do. Like I said, it's a tough one. 2014 Wonder Woman.
2014. Let me see that.
Well, then somebody have 2015.
It's not volume 2.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Not to worry. I will find it eventually if it's meant to be. At number 3, we have DC All-In Special number 1, the Danielle Sampere wraparound, 9.8, 170, 7-day trend of 42%. Hey, Ray, look, we got another one of you in the chat. I will never sell my books. That's Todd. He's like, hold on to it.
Especially my Journey into Mystery 83. Definitely ain't selling that one.
Oh, he's going to the grave with that one. We've already had this discussion, and in his coffin, he's actually holding that, at his breast.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't blame you. That's a killer book. All right. Moving on. What do we have for number 2? Ray, I believe it's you. Oh, wait, hold on. You want to show everybody? Stand by.
That one right there is not getting sold.
Who signed it?
Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Joe Sennett.
Okay.
All at the same time.
I would tell him to flex, but he doesn't need to. He can just sit there, and it looks like he's flexing, so we're good.
Yeah, Thor was flexing with that hammer. So number 2.
You look like you look like either the Thing or Incredible Hulk just sitting there, man. God, Ray.
Well,
I haven't seen Ray in a minute, right? Like, like on video. We haven't talked like video chat face to face. I saw him coming on the show today. I was like, holy cow. Is that the Thing or is that the Incredible Hulk right there, man? Well, I was looking at mine. I was like, I feel a little inadequate now. I mean, Ray got a lot on me. What's going on?
I'll go to the gym, and then the kids, we got like a lot of younger kids now in the gyms, and they're like, hey, man, what are you taking? I'm like, what do you mean? What are you on? I'm like, all natural, guy. They're like, no. I was like, yeah. It then took me 16 years to get this. It's called hard work. I don't need trend. I don't need steroids, none of that stuff. If you eat the right diet and you just go lift heavy weights, like my idol, even though he takes steroids, but
my idol, even though he takes steroids, but he's still my idol.
He takes it, but lifting heavy. I go in there. I'm only in there now for maybe about an hour, if that. Like today was like 55 minutes. Yesterday was 52 minutes because I just go in there and I work. I don't go in there. I'm not on this unless I'm checking to make sure I got my exercises right. I'm not
mindset, right? It's a very rare mindset.
On there scrolling, taking up the weights and whatever, because I done had to tell a couple of people to get up.
Ray, I'm the same way. When they come up to me, they ask me, man, what am I taking? And I tell them a 4-pack of Bud Light every day. If you
Oh, it's not Blue Moon?
Well, Blue Moon, back in the day.
Oh my God, you two are getting off on a tangent. Ray, what do we have for 2?
Okay, here we go. We got Hellverine, number 5. Make sure I don't jack this name up. Alessandro? Is that how you say that?
Alessandro.
Capuccio. I guess I said that wrong, but Hellhawk. In the past, venomizing was all the rage. I see a lot of those covers. Now characters are being Hellverized. Hey, whatever works for them. This book marks the first cover appearance of Hellhawk, a devilish new variant that fans were eager to get their hands on. We tracked 30 copies, sold at a 7-day growth trend of 100%, with a high sale of $54 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $9. So I guess that raw copy is a little bit cheaper. $9.
Well, okay. This is where this gets me. When you start venomizing things and Hellverizing things, I've done lost it with you, man. I can't do it. I just
at that point.
I can't. I just cannot do that. I cannot go along for that ride because it doesn't make sense to me. But if you're going to read it and you're a collector of this, and more power to you. That's what people are buying. But for me, no, man, you just stop with it already. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the classics and the basics. Not with all this stuff.
Oh, well, I wonder what the story is here, though. Like, what's happening? Does anybody in the background? What'd you say?
He made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, like I'm curious. Like, maybe it has an interesting story. It could. Right?
This is Hellhulk. You see, it says right there, it's Hellhulk now.
I know, but how did he get to hell? Why is he Hellhulk? Like, I want some details as to how this character came into being.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I want to know why
Hulk
he's
smash. Hulk smash.
Maybe it's interesting. I don't know. They're all saying to blame Donny Cates. He started this with the Thanos run.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, number 2. Number 2 on the list is Hellverine number 5. The Capuccio Hellhulk with a 9.8 coming in at $54 and a 7-day trend of 100%. I don't think I have this one, Liger. Maybe have to ask Ann.
Somebody said read the story.
With this
Okay,
one?
last but not least, number 1 this week. What do we have?
Oh man, bringing it home tonight is The Amazing Spider-Man number 546. This is by Steve McNiven. This is the regular cover published by Marvel in February of 2008. It's been a while since we've heard any news related to Tom Holland-driven Spider-Man films. Recently, the film title was released, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, that title shares a name with this run, which also introduces the fandom to Mr. Negative, Freak, and the Second Jackpot. That immediately put this book firmly in fans' crosshairs, despite not knowing for sure if the film would share the plot line with this run. The film will supposedly drop next year, so we'll inevitably have a clearer picture as we inch closer. Until then, the title drop was enough for fans to secure this book in droves. We tracked 143 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 267% with a high sell of $170 for a CGC 9.8 raw copy and current raw near mint fair market value of $123. Now, looking at the price of what this went up and looking way forward with speculation for this, because we don't really know a lot yet with the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
But I remember when we used a long time ago when me and Tim and a lot of you guys, we used to talk about how there used to be this certain cabal of collectors that have firsthand knowledge of what to grab and speculate, and based off this 260% increase within a 7-day to $170 right now. There might be something. So kind of read the tea leaves on here, and maybe
somebody
nothing.
knows something, Marty? You think there's some insider dealing going on?
Oh, Tim used to have very in-depth knowledge about a lot of these people, because he knew a lot of people that would push information to him. Marky Sutton was one of them. Rest in peace, as you guys know, and which you guys remember as the what are they, the dark, not the Dark Knight.
Who?
The Black Knight, I think.
You're saying that he thinks that, or you think because of that massive jump in such a short span that somebody out there knows something.
Yeah, they're
not necessarily.
Yeah, they're doing that.
Not necessarily, but I'm just saying, this is too early to really speculate on anything, because just the title dropped, okay, and so this is way too early to even be speculating on something like this. But once again, it's on the other side of the coin, which refers back to what I just discussed or talked about with Tim, was that, there's a certain cabal of people that really know what to speculate on and what to buy. And I'm just going off the increase in the percentage within the 7-day trend, as long with the price, I mean, it may be nothing, but, like I said, it may be something to look out after and see where it goes from here. But then again, it might not be nothing at all. But these are the kind of things that I really look at and forecast.
Okay. Right.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say except, Steve McNiven. I got a few autographs from him, but it's a nice cover. I'm pretty sure Marty has that. So I'm worried about that. But other than that, it's a nice looking cover. 2008. So
this is the regular. I think last week it was a variant of this. Remember, Laura, were you here for that? Remember this one came out. Yeah, it was a different variant to it. So this one we see the regular cover come up. So we saw this last week in a variant form, but now we're seeing it this week in the regular cover. So, like I said, just kind of pay attention to these patterns.
All right, there you go, guys. Number 1, The Amazing Spider-Man 546. Top sale for $9.8, $170. And the 7-day trend, 267%. So read the tea leaves there if you want to. I might be shopping in a separate window as we speak, because you never know. I mean, $22. That's it. Yes, Ray, that's it.
That's a variant cover.
No, that's a really cover. Hard to get one. Fine.
Yeah, that's a variant cover. It's
1 in 50?
1 in 100.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
I thought it was 1 in 50, maybe.
Yeah, that's a really nice and
cover.
Hence, well, I'll never see it in real life. That's why. Bummer. Anyway, all right, guys, that was it for us tonight. But before we go, let's do some roundtable. Ray, thank you for being here. You fit like right in. You got to come back.
Oh, that's no problem. School's about almost over with. Only thing I got going on now is, I do a little bit of substitute teaching at my son's school, and then just going to the gym, and then helping the wifey out around the house. So out of the cover price, I think I only had one book, so I didn't go over, and that's that Daredevil.
that's that Daredevil.
So I didn't go over, but I'm really glad I came on tonight. I thank my brother right there for asking me to come on, because I know he's tried in the past and I've just been busy, but now it's like my life is slowing down a little bit, so I can make some more appearances on here. As you see in the background, my stuff, I still don't have my man cave together, but it takes forever when you done moved as many times as I have, and then I'm thinking, am I going to move again? And then I don't put everything out, but I got another set of drawers coming, 36 drawers, so that way that'll be the Marvel side, and this side over here will be the DC side, and then the guys.
It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, and then the guys making me 24 drawer for my CGC books.
He's got some nice drawers. Those are the drawers back there. You see them, Laura? The ones he got right behind, right? Those are those. So he went from boxes. I'd love to do. I'll eventually get to that. Yeah, from boxes to that. So, but very nice, really well done too.
And what's even greater, the guy lives like 30 minutes from my house. So
I love it, man. I love it.
All the statues, it's so cool. Yeah, it was nice to have you. Like I said, Marty's brought it up a couple of times. Like, maybe I can get Ray, and we finally got you. So yeah, Marty, last words.
Oh man, I mean, Ray, thank you so much for joining us, brother. It's just been a minute since you and I, were on some type of platform together. So thank you, Laura, for allowing Ray to come on, allowing this to happen. We really appreciate you coming on. And Ray, I mean, you're constantly busy. I don't know where you get your energy, brother. I mean, you are constantly on the go. If you're not doing school, then you're going to the gym and working out. You're a family man. You're taking care of your kids. You also work doing the ROTC. Dude, I don't know where the energy come from. You're a comic book collector. You've got a hell of a resume, dude. Let me say.
No more ROTC. I quit that, so I don't.
Yeah, okay. But thank you for coming on, brother. We really appreciate it. We still have Comic Book Fanatics YouTube channel. If you're ever interested, go check us out on our YouTube channel. Click on the likes, man. They're so old, but why not? It's a little bit of a comic book history, YouTube comic book history. So, but it was a fun night. I really had a great time as always. Anytime I get to hang out with the beautiful lady Laura and my boy Ray right here, it's always in for a good night. Guys out in the chat, thank you for joining us. And if you're catching us on the rewind, please leave a comment, hit the like, please share us around. We coming on here on Tuesdays and Thursday nights.
I wouldn't phrase it like they share us around. Like that.
You're absolutely right. Don't share us around. Pass us around.
Oh Lordy, Marty. He always says things and it's like he just can't help it. He doesn't know.
I can't help it. May the comic gods and the spirit of our friend TiVo continue to bless your long boxes.
Yes.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. All right, guys. Right after this, Comic Book Women over on Nerdvana will be doing the almost list, the runners-up list. So come and see us over there. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
For the entire crew, this is TiVo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.